Hello, everyone, and get ready for 100 questions today on entertainment. We will be looking at 6 different categories, and here are our quiz class awards. Please let us know how you ranked in the comments. And our categories are music, film, television, literature, people, and sports. So let's begin with question number 1. With music. Which band recorded the song Rocket 88, which is widely regarded as ushering the era of rock and roll? Jackie Brenston and his Delta Cats, Tiny Hill and his orchestra, or Bill Haley and his Comets? Jackie Brenston and his Delta Cats. Who celebrated their 80th birthday in 2006 with a duet album featuring Elton John, Barbra Streisand, and Bono? Cher, James Brown, or Tony Bennett? Tony Bennett. Which British band released the album Breakfast in America in 1979? The Beatles, Pulp, or Supertramp? Supertramp. Who has an honorary Doctor of Music from Yale University and is famous for his songs like I Just Called to Say I Love You and Superstition? Benny King, Stevie Wonder, or Jimi Hendrix? Stevie Wonder. Which American rock band was involved in a plane crash on October 20th, 1977? The Monkees, Leonard Skinner, or the Stone Ponies? Leonard Skinner. Which British rock band recorded songs such as Lions, Six Blade Knife, and Southbound Again? The Beach Boys, Dire Straits, or Jefferson Airplane? Dire Straits. Which solo performer has received the most Brit Awards? Amy Winehouse, Elton John, or Robbie Williams? Robbie Williams. Who headlined the Pyramid Stage at the 1987 Glastonbury Festival? Celine Dion, Elvis Costello, or George Michael? Elvis Costello. Which band released the best-selling album of 2010, Recovery? ABBA, Eminem, or My Chemical Romance? Eminem. Which iconic singer released the hit song I Will Always Love You in 1992? Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, or Mariah Carey? Whitney Houston. Who is referred to be the Queen of Soul and released the smash single Respect in 1967? Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross, or Ella Fitzgerald? Aretha Franklin. What American rock band released the song Stairway to Heaven in 1971? ABBA, Led Zeppelin, or Queen? Led Zeppelin. Who is known for the 1975 hit song Bohemian Rhapsody? Prince, Queen, or Red Hot Chili Peppers? Queen. Who won Sweden's Eurovision Song Contest in 1974 with the song Waterloo? ABBA, Backstreet Boys, or Westlife? ABBA. What British band released the album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in 1967? The Beach Boys, the Backstreet Boys, or the Beatles? The Beatles. And let's move on to film. Question 16. Which actor played Vito Corleone in the 1972 film The Godfather? No multiple choice here. And that would be Marlon Brando. Who directed Pulp Fiction, a film notable for its nonlinear plot and varied dialogue? Chris Columbus, Quentin Tarantino, or James Cameron? Quentin Tarantino. And who directed E.T. the Extraterrestrial, one of the most successful films of all time? No multiple choice here. This was 1982. Steven Spielberg. What iconic line does Humphrey Bogart's character Rick Blaine say in the film Casablanca? Here's to you, kid. Here's looking at you, kid. Or look here, kid. Here's looking at you, kid. Question 20. What is the name of Tim Robbins' role in the 1994 film The Shawshank Redemption? Andy Dufresne, Captain Hadley, or Warden Norton? Andy Dufresne. What is the name of the sentient Volkswagen Beetle introduced in the 1968 film The Love Bug? Bug, Herbie, or Kit? Herbie. Who played the renowned Clarice Starling in the 1991 film The Silence of the Lambs? Brooke Smith, Lauren Roselli, or Jodie Foster? Jodie Foster. What iconic remark does Tom Hanks' character repeat in Forrest Gump? Life is like a box of chocolates. Nobody is going to hit as hard as life. Or, and so we are all connected in the great circle of life. Life is like a box of chocolates. What is the name of Simba's trusted advisor and friend in the 1994 film The Lion King? Ed, Rafiki, or Scar? Rafiki. Who directed the film The Shining based on Stephen King's novel? Stanley Kubrick, Alfred Hitchcock, or Martin Scorsese? Stanley Kubrick. Who directed the mind-bending film Inception? Paul Thomas Anderson, James Cameron, or Christopher Nolan? Christopher Nolan. No multiple choice here. Who played Neo in the film The Matrix? Keanu Reeves. Who portrays Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter film franchise? Emma Roberts, Emma Stone, or Emma Watson? Emma Watson. I have a little bit of a delay here. Let's go to question 29. Which film contains the memorable line, "Here's Johnny"? The Matrix, The Shining, or Titanic? The Shining. No multiple choice here. Which actor played Jack Dawson in the film Titanic? Leonardo DiCaprio. And let's move over to television. What is the name of Ross and Monica's mother on the television series Friends? Judy Geller, Marina Geller, or Trish Geller? Judy Geller. Who played Tony Soprano on the television series The Sopranos? Dominic Chianese, James Gandolfini, or Steve Schirripa? James Gandolfini. What is the name of the fictitious town in the television series Twin Peaks? Atlantis, Metropolis, or Twin Peaks? Twin Peaks. Who played Fox Mulder in the television series The X-Files? David Duchovny, Chris Owens, or William B. Davis? David Duchovny. What is the name of Jerry's neighbor and best friend on Seinfeld, played by Jason Alexander? Cosmo Kramer, Frank Costanza, or George Costanza? George Costanza. Who played Carrie Bradshaw in the television series Sex and the City? Jennifer Aniston, Sarah Jessica Parker, or Kim Cattrall? Sarah Jessica Parker. What is the name of the iconic spaceship from the television series Star Trek? Escort, Emu, or Enterprise? USS Enterprise. What is the name of Will Smith's character in the television series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Philip Banks, Will Banks, or Will Smith? Will Smith. Who played Agent Dale Cooper in the television series Twin Peaks? Michael Ontkean, Kyle MacLachlan, or Richard Beymer? Kyle MacLachlan. What is the character Benjamin Franklin Pierce's nickname on the television series MASH? Crowfeet, Hawkeye, or Black Panther? Hawkeye. Who played Samantha Stevens on the television series Bewitched? Elizabeth Montgomery, Erin Murphy, or Agnes Moorehead? Elizabeth Montgomery. What is the name of the fictional high school in the television series Saved by the Bell? Brookside High School, Baywatch High School, or Bayside High School? Bayside High School. Who portrayed Captain James T. Kirk in the television series Star Trek? DeForest Kelley, Leonard Nimoy, or William Shatner? William Shatner. What is the name of the Simpsons family next door neighbor on the television show The Simpsons? Moe Szyslak, Ned Flanders, or Carl Carlson? Ned Flanders. Who played Fox Mulder's sidekick Dana Scully in the television series The X-Files? Gillian Anderson, Monica Reyes, or Laurie Holden? Gillian Anderson. And let's move to literature. When was the novel To Kill a Mockingbird published? The 1950s, 1960s, or 1970s? The 1960s. What is the totalitarian regime in George Orwell's novel 1984 called? The Congress, the Party, or the Totalitarians? The Party. Who created the novel 100 Years of Solitude, widely regarded as a classical of magical realism? Geoffrey Chaucer, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, or J.R.R. Tolkien? Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Who wrote the epic fantasy series The Lord of the Rings? J.K. Rowling, J.R.R. Tolkien, or Stephen King? J.R.R. Tolkien. Question 50. What family does Romeo come from in William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet? No multiple choice here. The Montague family. Who penned the satirical social criticism and romantic classic Pride and Prejudice in 1813? Jane Austen, Geoffrey Chaucer, or William Blake? Jane Austen. What is the title of Ray Bradbury's dystopian novel set in a future where books are prohibited and burned? Silent Hill, Fahrenheit 451, or The Call of the Wind? Fahrenheit 451. Which philosophical novel explores the concept of eternal youth and the consequences of moral corruption? Jane Eyre, Catcher in the Rye, or The Picture of Dorian Gray? The Picture of Dorian Gray. Which Pulitzer Prize-winning novel depicts the struggles of the Joad family? The Color Purple, The Grapes of Wrath, or Catch-22? The Grapes of Wrath. Which novel uses a group of farm animals to satirically depict the events leading to the Russian Revolution and the rise of Stalinism? The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Brave New World, or Animal Farm? Animal Farm. Which novel explores the dark side of human nature as a group of boys stranded on a deserted island descend into chaos and violence? Lord of the Flies, Jane Eyre, or Beloved? Lord of the Flies. Which novel depicts the life of Celia, an African-American woman in the early 20th century who faces abuse and discrimination? Green, The Color Purple, or Catch-22? The color purple. Which futuristic novel presents a society where humans are genetically engineered and conditioned for conformity and contentment? Brave New World, Sentient, or Tiny Planet? Brave New World. Which novel tells the story of Seth, a former slave who has escaped to Ohio but is haunted by the memories of her past? Beloved, Catch-22, or Seth? Beloved. Question 60. What is the famous phrase that the protagonist of The Catcher in the Rye, Holden Caulfield, repeats? Cliché, fake, or phony? Phony. And let's move over to people. Which of these men has not walked on the moon? Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, or Richard Burton? Richard Burton. Dr. Naim Dangoor, a prominent UK philanthropist, established and leads what charity foundation? The Arcadia Fund, the Exilarchs Foundation, or Tear Fund? The Exilarchs Foundation. Which musical was based on Damon Runyon's two stories, The Idyll of Miss Sarah Brown and Blood Pressure? Guys and Dolls, The King and I, or Annie Get Your Gun? Guys and Dolls. Who penned A Passage to India, Howard's End, and A Room with a View? C.S. Forester, E.M. Forster, or R.L. Stevenson? E.M. Forster. Which 1999 film is about a legendary music theater partnership? Viva la Vida, Topsy Turvy, or Happy Go Lucky? Topsy Turvy. Who was the second author to get the Booker Prize twice? Margaret Atwood, J.M. Coetzee, or Peter Carey? Peter Carey. True or false? Trajan, Titus, and Nerva were all Roman gods. False. They were emperors of Rome. True or false? Beniamino Gigli was often called Caruso Secondo. This is true. The Roman poet Homer wrote the Aeneid and the Eclogues, or Eclogues. True or false? False. It was the Roman poet Virgil. Cary Grant and Gene Simmons were the stars of the 1945 film Brief Encounter. True or false? False. It was Trevor Howard and Celia Johnson. Who received a personalized iPad from Barack Obama during his visit in April 2009? Queen Elizabeth II, Nelson Mandela, or Michael Jackson? Queen Elizabeth II. Which instrument do blues artists Sonny Boy Williamson, Little Walter, Charlie Musselwhite, and Junior Wells play? Bass, guitar, or harmonica? The harmonica. Who was the Greek god of medicine who returned the dead back to life? Aesculapius, Codines, or Hippocrates? Aesculapius. Who was the president of the Confederate States of America after it was founded in 1861? John A. Lee, Jefferson Davis, or Ulysses S. Grant? Jefferson Davis. Who is the father of Brooke Mueller's twin boys born on March 14, 2009? Ashton Kutcher, Charlie Sheen, or Tom Cruise? Charlie Sheen. And let's move to sport. Nadia Comaneci is linked with which sport? Dancing, gymnastics, or javelin? Gymnastics. If a team in a game has completed a rubber, what game were they playing? Bridge, squash, or Tetris? Bridge. Who is the only NBA player who has scored 100 points? David Robinson, Michael Jordan, or Wilt Chamberlain? Wilt Chamberlain. Question 79. In chess, what term is used to describe a situation in which a king is directly attacked and cannot avoid being captured? Check, checkmate, or mate? Checkmate. What is a doosra? A bowling style in cricket, a time period in polo, or a dart that bounces off the wire of a dartboard? A bowling style in cricket. On a conventional dartboard, what is immediately to the right of the number 20? 1, 5, or 19? 19. What world championship features the single buck and springboard disciplines? Luge, swimming, or timber sports and lumberjack? Timber sports and lumberjack. Who won 3 long-distance races, including the marathon at the 1952 Summer Olympics in Helsinki? Emil Zatopek, Peter Snell, or Lasse Viren? Emil Zatopek. Which of these has the largest playing area? Ice hockey, polo, or squash? Polo. What is the name of the famous English horse race held at Epsom the day before the Derby? The 1,000 Guineas, the Oaks, or the Queen's Pace? The Oaks. When did art events become a component of the modern International Olympic Games? 1912, 1929, or 1955? 1912. A race is held yearly on the Hudson River in the United States, beginning in 1991. For what? Canoes, hydrofoils, or working tugboats? For working tugboats. Where was the first Surf Bathers Life-Saving Club established? Malibu, California, USA, Bondi, Sydney, Australia, or Waikiki, Hawaii, USA? Bondi, Sydney, Australia. Which animal participates in Olympic dressage events? Cats, dogs, or horses? Horses. Who is credited with originating and expanding bungee jumping into a commercial enterprise? A.J. Hackett, P.D. James, or E.E. Cummings? A.J. Hackett. And let's move over to our mystery round. Which river has Formosa Island as one of its major islands? Columbia, Hudson, or Thames? Thames. Which of the following is not an alternate name for a wolverine? Capybara, glutton, or skunk bear? Capybara. What is regarded as the first panel show to be broadcast? Information Please, Just a Minute, or Spelling Bee? Information Please. Squeaky Fromme, who attempted to assassinate U.S. President Gerald Ford, was a member of which group? The Dixie Chicks, the Manson family, or U.S. Congress? The Manson family. Who directed The African Queen and The Maltese Falcon? Alfred Hitchcock, Elia Kazan, or John Huston? John Huston. In a 2006 coup, who took control in Fiji? Frank Bainimarama, Mahendra Chaudhry, or Sitiveni Rabuka? Frank Bainimarama. Mesa Verde National Park, with its ancient cliff cities, is located where? Jordan, Peru, or the USA? Peru. What period does the action game Trek to Yomi take place in Japan? Edo or Tokugawa? Immediately post 1945, or the Meiji Restoration? Edo or Tokugawa? In what field is the tilt-shift technique used? Circus, photography, or oceanography? Photography. Last question, question 100. Marie, a double Nobel laureate, and Pierre, another Nobel laureate, had what surname? Simon, Muff, or Curie? Curie is the answer. And let's move to our bonus question. What is the color in the center of the traditional 7-colored rainbow? Let us know the answer in the comments. And let's take a look at our quiz class awards. Tell us how you did. And once again, thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And we will see you in our next quiz. Bye-bye.